There's a growing problem in space, and it's not aliens, it's trash. Lots of it, flying around Earth at insane speeds. Low Earth orbit, the space just above our planet, is like an overcrowded highway. Except lots of things on that highway are traveling around 17,000 miles per hour. There are no lanes, no warning signs, and no brakes. And now scientists are trying to figure out how to clean it up with a space garbage truck. Or something like it. The removal of space junk is becoming increasingly important because satellite numbers are set to keep growing. And with that comes more junk. And that's a problem because debris levels could spiral out of control very quickly. One of the biggest dangers is the speed at which debris travels in space. Something as small as a screw could cause catastrophic damage if it were to hit something. Now scale that up to something the size of a satellite, and you start to see the problem. Over the last few years, companies like ClearSpace have focused on finding viable methods to removing space junk from low Earth orbit. Is it a literal garbage truck? No, but it is the same idea. There are around 55,000 trackable pieces of space junk orbiting the Earth, but there may be as many as 170 million. The vast majority of these are too small to track. So we have all these little pieces of debris traveling way faster than a bullet with explosive potential. If one hits a satellite or other object, it just creates more debris, and that adds to the problem. Scientists have a name for the worst-case scenario, the Kessler Effect. It's a chain reaction that could cause mass chaos. One collision creates debris, that debris hits something else, which creates even more debris, and that causes more collisions. And suddenly, it's a little more than just a mess. It's a cascade. It's the kind of orbital traffic pileup that just keeps getting worse. According to the Kessler Effect, the problem would become exponential. And this isn't just a theoretical problem. Collisions have already happened. In 2009, two satellites, one active, one dead, collided with each other. The obvious damage to the satellites wasn't the only problem. It created thousands of new pieces of debris that are still up there traveling at thousands of miles per hour, still capable of hitting something else. And events like that are exactly what scientists worry could trigger a chain reaction. Once it starts, there's nothing there to stop it. Objects are being launched into space more than any point in history, which increases the chance of collisions between satellites and space junk. And space junk isn't just a space problem. It's a very inconvenient Earth problem too. If satellites are damaged, that can mean no GPS, spotty communication, and forecasting weather gets more difficult. A lot of the systems that we rely on every day could start to break down. Air travel and shipping routes depend on satellite navigation. Emergency response systems use it. Even things like banking and timing systems are synced through satellites. So if those systems go down, it's a little more than a minor inconvenience. It starts to affect how everything functions. And if these systems do go down, it's not like we can send up a crew to fix it in an hour or two. A loss of satellite services could pose serious risks for energy systems, telecommunications, and disaster response. Space debris is a growing threat to low Earth orbit, which is the most accessible and heavily used region of space. So how do you clean up stuff that's moving at mind-blowing speeds without making the problem worse? Very carefully. Because you can't just go up and grab it. First, you have to match its speed and orbit, and get close without crashing. One approach comes from a company called ClearSpace. Their plan is a giant robotic claw. The spacecraft flies alongside a piece of space junk, wraps 4 arms around it, and holds on. Then it drags it down back into Earth's atmosphere where it burns up, claw and all. So it's less like taking garbage to a dump and more like throwing it all into an incinerator, along with the garbage truck. Another company called Astroscale is trying something different. Instead of using robotic arms, they're testing a magnetic docking system. The spacecraft are designed with special docking plates that are used to latch onto satellites. And once it latches onto its target, it too will meet a fiery end. And then there are some ideas that sound slightly unhinged, but are very real. nets to catch debris, and drag cells that act like parachutes to pull down objects over time. But before any of this can work, you have to prove that you can get close to the target, which is where a mission called Prelude comes in. It's designed to test whether two spacecraft can fly close together, coordinate their movement, and stay in control. Because if you can't do that, you can't clean up space junk, and you're just contributing to the problem. The mission is set for 2027, and if it's successful, they'll move on to their claw capturing system. I don't know about you, but the Kessler Effect sounds like something we'd rather avoid, because we've already made a mess down here. It'd be nice if space didn't end up the same way. If you're looking for more good news in your life, be sure to check out this video right here, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing so we can ignore all the bad news together.